Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Black J-Hova, and I wanted to go ahead and record this part before Game 2 of the NBA Finals. So, as everyone already knows out there, the sports world and the world altogether lost an iconic figure, a great humanitarian, and one of the greatest boxing champions of all time, Muhammad Ali, who passed Friday morning at the age of 74. I just wanted to say it was. I'll be honest. I always heard about Muhammad Ali. I didn't really care too much about boxing, especially back when I was a little kid. But my first ever encounter of knowing about Muhammad Ali was actually 20 years ago. In fact, it was in 1996 at the Atlanta Olympic Games when he lit the Olympic cauldron. That was my first time I actually started to take an interest in knowing who was Muhammad Ali. I mean, I heard then he had won an Olympic gold in boxing as Cassius Clay in 1960 at the Rome Olympic Games, but beyond that, I really didn't know much more about who the guy was. So after that experience, I did start to slowly take a little more interest in knowing who was this guy, knowing about his backstory and history. And then, of course, when the movie Ali came out, I mean, that's when I really, really took an interest. I really wanted. This was a movie I wanted to see, especially since Will Smith, who, by the way, deserved an Oscar for his performance as Muhammad Ali. He deserved it. Just saying. But seeing that movie, I mean, like I said, I took even more of an interest in just learning about the guy. So, and especially one of my favorite moments I've had, he had one interview he did right around the time the movie came out. He did for SportsCenter, and it was a great interview. I mean, one of my favorite interviews. I recorded it at the time. And I'd still go back to watch it from time to time. Just hearing his voice, hearing what he had to say, it was just how he reflected on his life. It was just it touched me. It really, really touched me. And like I said, it's like most people in the world who recognize such an icon, whether it's for the sport, whether for what he stood for, whether it was just for how he lived his life. I mean, what more can you say? He is, by all accounts, the greatest of all time. So, just wanted to say rest in peace, and that's all I want to record for this part. But right after this is my review on Game 2 of the NBA Finals. I got nothing to say. I mean, really, what can I really explain about Game 2? I mean, the fact of the matter that I actually took this long just to finally make the video about my reaction to Game 2 of the NBA Finals. I mean, you know how bad it was for me? This is how bad it was. I mean, let me first, I gotta at least say that, and you can tell I'm reacting like a Cleveland fan right now. But first, I mean, I gotta at least admit, I mean, Golden State's team concept is working. It's going on. I mean, they are at least working cohesively as a team. Can't really say that much about Cleveland right now. And not even factoring in the concussion to Kevin Love. I mean, still, the whole team as a whole is just not working right now. Cleveland is a much better team than they're showing. And everybody knows that. But right now, they're being treated like they are one of the lesser teams from the East. And it's sad. It's just sad. I mean, you want to know how sad it is? I didn't even watch the entire game because I kind of, once around the second quarter, I kind of got the feeling of where the game was going after the second quarter. And I was just like, you know what? I didn't really need to really pay much attention to the game after that. And as proven, I was right. But still, the good news is it was just one game. Yes, Golden State has a 2-0 advantage, which is good for them. But the series is still isn't over. So change of venue. We'll see how much of a change, if any, Cleveland takes, and whether or not Kevin Love being possibly out for Game 3 will have any impact. All in all, though, I got not much else. Because right now, if I had to guess right now at this point, Golden State's looking to take the thing in 4 or 5 right now. Unless something drastic happens in Game 3, this series is going to be over in 4 or 5. So, and because I expected at least this to be an actual series, at least competitive. I can understand losing to being down 2-0 right now, but the competitiveness from the Cavaliers is what's lacking, and I don't know. And part of it has to do with the fact Golden State is playing so well, so cohesively, but at the same time, the Cleveland's kind of here and there, and it's just not working. So let's just hope for I am just hoping for a better Game 3. I'm just at least hoping it'll at least be a competitive game. That's what I'm hoping for right now, because otherwise, yeah, this seems going to be over quickly. So I'll see you all for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. So until next time, I catch y'all later.